from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. It's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Los Angeles Chargers. Joe Reed going to return it from his end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chargers set to go on offense for the first time, and they are led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2020. Now in his second season out of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And he made both sides happy last week, didn't he?
3-3.
I mean, his guys, they caught 3 touchdown passes, but he threw 3 interceptions. Gotta get off of that schneid and get back to just throwing touchdown passes and taking care of the ball better.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Now it's Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Danielle Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up. This defense for the Vikings, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game. Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
Bailey's kick is good, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-yard lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Minnesota offense ready to go to work here. Their quarterback in his 10th season overall now, and 4th as a Viking, Kirk Cousins.
And there's a lot of good to watch in the game last week. He threw 4 touchdown passes. A little bit of concern throwing the 2 interceptions.
Yeah, and the 2 pick.
Yeah, you want the ratio really to be closer to 3-1 as opposed to the 2-1 that he had. But it is something to build on. They did get the win, didn't they?
Yep. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. More from L.A. in a moment. 3rd and short yardage, Cousins. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. And they've watched the tape all week. They've seen it. But what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages. Blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
Play action now. Cousins escaping the pressure right. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Cousins gives way to Cook. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down. They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The kick by Joseph is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. 1-7, their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now, this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough 2nd half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So is the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
3rd and 2, Herbert. That one complete to Joe Reed. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's got some space here. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, This was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And you see Dalvin Cook in the offense heading back out. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
On second down, it's Cook again. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On third down, Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, Cousins eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Getting the ball is Cook running left. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. From the red zone now, Cousins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And able to give one man the slip there as he works his way forward for about 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Gonna throw on third down with Herbert. He's got it to Williams. And he's gonna get this one across the 30-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy could be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. The Chargers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Herbert. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the sign judge. And that's good enough for a first down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Herbert on first down now. And his throw here's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Herbert throwing again. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 53 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Cousins. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They go play action. Cousins. That is caught. Westbrook's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings featured back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. 2nd in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards. And that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Here's 2nd and 10. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And no return here for Reed. This will be a touchback. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And they'll have 50 seconds to work with, so that really plenty of time to try to put something together. On first down, Justin Herbert, and brought in by the tight end Cook. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is... You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This fielded right at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he will have a Vikings first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
Ain't doing
Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Joe Reed going to return it from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree,
One thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They run it again with Cook. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Vikings slow to get up. More from L.A. in a moment. Play fake. Cousins. They'll fire one deep for Westbrook. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A CD, he tried to kind of lob that one in there. It looked pretty going through the air. The problem was it was in the air a little bit too long.
Yeah, that's a tough one because for that type of a route and what he tried to do and needed to do, he had to put a little air under it, and the defender was actually able to take advantage of it because it hung up there just long enough for him to get there and take it away.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Play action. It's Herbert. Caught on the right side. Reed. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Again, Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. And that's into the hands of Eckler. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Herbert operating from the red zone. He'll get that complete to Reed. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Over the middle, complete. That's Burton. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Eckler. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. He's going to find Cook here in the end zone for a Charger touchdown. Jared Cook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it 1 more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he will have a Vikings 1st down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows 1st down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. A give. This is Cook. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. After the play, not a good sign. Dalvin Cook staying on the ground. More from L.A. in a moment. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 14. A gain there of 21 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Madison running left. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. Pass incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh,
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Joseph's got it. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
L.A. set to take over again on offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a give to Madison. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. That is caught. It's Williams. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 25 yards that time.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game. And here, the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day one of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Kirk Cousins and the Vikings offense back on the field. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only one score down.
Yeah, true. I think we could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Now Cousins. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Throwing is Cousins. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They'll get 34 yards there. on the handoff. It's Madison. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Here's Madison getting it again on second. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point fourth-quarter lead. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And this time he is in. Yes. Alexander Madison, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25. Herbert and the Chargers down 27-24, a minute 38 to go. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. He's got Eckler, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Finding Allen, and he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
The throw over the middle, taken in. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here. That's complete. It's Cook. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Herbert to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
This is swung out to Eckler. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So they'll try to move the ball closer here on third down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And we've got free football, 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or...
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. Here's Madison getting it again on second. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
The first throw in overtime now for Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. Going on the ground with Madison. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Play action now. Cousins sliding out of the pocket. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins. This goes out wide from Madison. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 23 yards on the play. Defensively now, the ultimate challenge. Of course, the ball gets in the end zone. This thing's over.
And I remember my coaches always talked about in goal line situations, and now you're in overtime where they have to keep them to 3 points. Otherwise, this thing is done.
And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at the concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans streaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, Davis.
I kind of figured that was coming.
So for the Vikings, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, the difficult season.